Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty. What's going on, everybody? It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. Welcome, 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 one and all, to the Friday night live stream, the last live stream of July. And I got to tell you, I am very excited to get through this weekend, and I'll tell you why in just about a second or two here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys can actually give me a thumbs up here in the chat, let me know you can hear me okay and see me okay. That would be awesome. According to here, it looks like we've got 23 peeps in the lobby, but it's usually twice that I'm looking at here. So this will catch up eventually from what I'm looking at. And action, there is Buzz7332. I appreciate you jumping on here. Chevy 5-Speed as well. Thanks so much for being here. You guys can definitely see me and hear me okay. It looks like the thumbs up are in effect. Let me just fix my little chat window here really quick. Hang on one second. Well, I guess this is actually okay. It's actually not bad. All right, great to see everybody on here right now. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. Thank you so much for being here, guys. A very crispy day here in Southern California. Right now, it is about 88 degrees, according to what it says here in my office, and that's kind of measuring by the window where I'm at right now. So it's still very crispy here. I've got my little fan going. I've got everything going here as well. So very, very busy week. We'll get into a few recap details. We'll take a look at a few things. Of course, we're going to review something. Shout outs to Mama Peeps, who's watching right now as well. Thank you so much for watching, Mama Peeps. My mom was like, you didn't mention me last week. I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry. I think I did maybe later in the stream or something like that. But hey, Mom, how you doing? I'll give you a call after the stream. Big hugs as always. Let's see here. Who do we have? I'm going to shoot to the very top of the chat here first. And we'll see who we've got in effect. We've got Annette Cervantes. Annette, shout outs to you. And definitely, guys, if I can get some prayer hands here in the chat, she has a procedure that's going to be happening on Monday. She's going to be going through some surgery. It's going to be perfectly fine. Let's get those prayer hands up over there. So love and support to Annette Cervantes. She is going to be fine. Lots of homie hugs from all of us to you, Annette. You're going to be okay as well. So we're going to try and distract you from everything you're dealing with right now. I know you're going to go through a little bit of a light diet up until that happens. So let's just have as much fun as we can right now. So shout outs to Annette Cervantes. I appreciate that. One of my awesome mods here on the channel. And definitely one of my day one peeps for sure. Thank you so much for being here. Lord Darkside, what it do, what it do. Great to see you on here. We got Drew's Food Reviews. Great to see you as well. Gripping Lips Fishing, great to see you on here as well. I love the names of these avatars that you guys choose, these usernames. Like, what is the first thing that you're going to think of when you're going to create a profile for YouTube or Google? Let's go with Gripping Lips Fishing. I like that. That's very cool. I appreciate that very much for you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Michael Domayer, in effect, thanks so much for jumping on. Drew is asking me if I'm going to be, if we're staying frosty. I'm attempting to. Like I said, with the weather being what it is right now and my fans going around over here, it is what it is. But I've got studio lights blaring at me as well, so it's going to probably be a little bit of a give and take situation, if anything there, Drew. But thanks so much for being here. Buzz7332 jumping in with the first super chat of the evening and making up for lost time from last week. I appreciate that, Buzz. Thank you so much for doing the do there. If should you guys wish to be like Buzz and contribute to the channel in some way, shape, or form, of course, I've got a special promo code that's pinned that you can probably see right now. 20% off anything that's in the merch shop over here for Peep This Out Reviews using PeepCap. 20% off. But you'll find a multitude of ways down below in the description box, as well as the first pinned comment on the replay. All kinds of fun stuff, including Patreon, all the good stuff there, just to get all that stuff out of the way. Keep in mind, any super chat donation you do, YouTube does take a little bit from you. PayPal donations, all that good stuff is there too. So everything is there laid out in detail for you. The one and only time you'll hear it here in the beginning. So thanks so much for doing what you do. And Buzz, thank you for being here tonight as well. Hopefully you are doing what you can naturally to stay cool and frosty. Jumping in again, Buzz, jumping in there one more time. Go get a Slurpee for $9.99. I'm gonna do something. Believe me, I need to get something after the stream tonight. I definitely want to get some refreshment. And summertime is the best time for Slurpees naturally. And for me, Coke Slurpee is the best. So I really dig the Coke Slurpees over at 7-Eleven. It's been a minute since I've had one of those. But shout outs to you, Buzz. I appreciate you. You've got a couple of entries down below for supporting the channel. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you doing what you do. It really does help the channel go a long way, since I am a one-man show, as I always say, for what I do here. And again, a very busy week. We'll talk about a few things I'm sure you guys are going to want to discuss, some things that I'll fill you in on, some things coming up. It should be a lot of fun tonight. And of course, we'll take a look at a few things that I'd like to show you as well as review. So we've got a lot of fun stuff to do tonight. Dom's World made it a little 2 minutes early. I appreciate that. Drew says, yes, it's a little bit toasty up where he's at. No doubt on the West Coast, right? I mean, it's pretty crazy. Let's see here. TJ Borg, hello. Randy Molina, one more time there. Hello, hello, hello. Cristobal, staying frosty. Silobong, got my Peep This Out cap today. Very cool, very cool. I appreciate that. Silo, if you'd like to actually take a picture of it, a picture of yourself with it, that'd be cool. And just tag me on Twitter, and I'll definitely retweet it out there. I always love when I see those things. Those are just really cool. So thank you for the support. I greatly appreciate it, and hopefully you like the digs, because I definitely dig it. I definitely dig my cap for sure. It is a really, really fun piece, and obviously I use it in most all of my reviews as well. TJ DeGod, what's going on? Let's go. And thanks so much for being here as well. Larry Nguyen, how was your weeks? It's been a very, very busy couple of weeks, actually. Prepping actually for the Pizza Hut goodies, which we'll talk about, which they actually reached out to me and asked if I wanted to participate in them sending me some products, because I've done some stuff in the past for them there. So I guess that'll be part of kind of like a sponsored thing. But I kind of beat them to it because I was already finished with it already. So naturally, you're going to see those videos. They just started rolling out. So obviously the first one was the Italian meats, and you'll see some more as the weekend and the week rolls on for sure. I'm going to kind of spread that just a little bit, because you can't have like pasta like in a row, you know, it's just not good for you. So you'll see some stuff coming there as well. That was a lot of fun, and it was really kind of fun to get that email to reply back saying, you know, I appreciate that, but this is what I've got going on already. I'm already in post. So it was a good time, definitely a good time with that prepping, and including meeting some people actually in the parking lot where I was filming too as well, which was a lot of fun. It was really just, it's been a very eventful week to say the least there, but we'll talk more about that as we get further in with the stream. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Chawa Lore. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I'm probably not. Sorry, I went to Sunsplash in Roseville on Tuesday morning. Very cool. Internet Cervantes had wonton soup today, and again, she's going to be eating light foods for the next couple of days. Surgery is on Monday, and again, you're going to be good. Everything is going to be good. Kyle Broussard, great to see you as well. Drew says I should get a peep cap for my collection. I recommend it. But of course I do, right, Drew? I mean, come on. Oh, good times, good times. So there we go. Bus, time to pull up a chair and join in for a great live stream. I think it should be a lot of fun tonight. I greatly appreciate being able to do what I do with you guys naturally on Fridays when we do these at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time more often than not. And then naturally putting out the regular content. This is a nice way to cap the week off with everything that's been going on. And I've been just so focused on content creating, finishing out the month strong, and already been to building whatever's going to, what you will be seeing in August. Already there's always stuff ahead of the game, so it's always just a lot of fun just putting that stuff out there for you guys and building and creating and constantly doing all the fun stuff in addition to my world outside of YouTube at the same time as well. So homie hugs again. Annette Cervantes saying thanks, Ian, you're gonna be good, you're gonna be good. Great to see you on here as always. Maureen Descatado, how you doing today? I'm doing okay, a little crispy, you know, I usually complain about that constantly. I mean, it's summertime. It is what it is. Lord says, Annette is, according to, I guess, Lord, he's currently eating some popcorn, chicken, and chicken fries right now. Okay, that's a combo. Chevy 5-Speed, what it do? Great to see you on here. Bus and in action. I'm trying to catch up as quick as I can, trying to acknowledge as many as I can here. Happy Friday to all of you guys. And hit that like button down below. I appreciate that reminder there of everything else I mentioned in the beginning in that. I don't know why that's one of the key things. You think that stuff would be ingrained at this point. But yes, please, if you could, smash that like button. Definitely share the stream out with all the peeps that you know. It helps the algorithm recognize that I am online and you guys are watching and sharing and all that fun stuff. Great to see everybody here. Great to see... Let's see. I'm just going to say, instead of Chua Lore, I'm just going to say Lore. I don't want to butcher the first part of your name just in case. But how are you doing today, Ian? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well. Again, just a little extra crispy. But very, very, very glad this weekend is actually is upon us right now. And we'll definitely talk about that. Larry Nguyen, will you do a food review at Shaw Cafe in El Monte, Lower Azusa? You know, I was just talking again about that with my brother-in-law, talking about doing the ramen burger over there, which they actually did when that was kind of trending about maybe a year or so ago, probably before all the stuff that's been dealing with, you know, with everything that the whole country and the world's been dealing with the last couple of years. But I was thinking about naturally at some point getting over to do that either way, just to add that to the content. So that is something that I would consider doing for sure. And who knows, maybe in the very near future, we'll finally get that knocked out. We'll have to see. But yes, definitely a very, very interesting type of entree what that is, because naturally having a burger in between two ramen patties for buns, that's pretty awesome anyway. I can just imagine. And Annette, again, I appreciate that. Following me on IG at Peep This Out Reviews, tip jar, PayPal at Peep This Out, as always a benefit directly, so that way nothing is lost there for any donation should you wish to do that. Again, I appreciate that, Annette. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Misty Smith jumping in here as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. Let's see, what up, peepers? Welcome to Ian K's Friday night show. Today is Friday the 29th, and this is the final stream in July. Yes, it is. And let me just tell you, I am very glad that it is, because this coming Sunday, July 31st, it's actually the 11th anniversary of the passing of my father. So it's a very rough time. This has been a little bit of a rough month. July usually is for me the last few years, only because of just, you know, just dealing with just thinking about that, even though I shouldn't be as much. But it's been very, very hard. But naturally, I use my content as a way to kind of like zone out from that, because I don't want to dwell on that so much. But at the same time, it is what it is. So I'm very glad that this month is finally over. Once we get past July 31st, I'm going to be in a much better frame in general. When I'm doing my stuff in front of my camera, when I'm filming my content, I'm on it. I'm just doing what I'm doing. But it's really hard, you know, just with that stuff in the background there. So that's the main thing. So July 31st will be 11 years, which I can't believe it's been that long. So it's craziness to think about what my age is going to be in September, and naturally as we go further on. But it's always about moving forward, never looking back, or not looking back as much, so to speak. You can always kind of peek behind your back at the same time, but always keep your eyes focused on the prize and on your goals and that type of thing. So anyway, I'll be glad once midnight rolls around for August 1st, July 31st into August 1st, and then we'll be good to go. So it should be a lot of fun. But at the same time, I'm going to be watching my new niece, actually, which should be kind of fun that day. My sister-in-law just got a new pup, so I'm going to be watching the newest addition to the family for a while. And that'll probably help zone out from there, which is always kind of nice. So that'll be fun. Let's see here. Chris C. checking in, just getting over. Okay, I'm still tired off. And yeah, I can imagine. I remember when I had that as well too. It is no joke. Definitely try and stay, keep yourself hydrated and get plenty of rest. Stick around as long as I can. So no worries. I appreciate you being here. Stay safe as always. Stay safe. Drew, extra crispy bacon. Yes, you already know what it is. We have all the prayer hands and everything going up over here as well. For Annette, you're going to be good. Trying to catch up with everything here as well. Bus again with another super chat donation. Again, I appreciate you, Bus. Thank you, thank you, thank you for always making yourself known here in the chat and doing what you do always. It definitely adds to the community, and we really appreciate it. I appreciate it, of course, you know. Tony Schultz, what's going on? Misty Smith, we're building our legacy daily. That's so awesome. Joshua Mata. Hi, Ian. Hey, how you doing? Great to see you. Great to see you. Thank you so much for jumping on. Let's see here. Trying to catch up. Where was I? There we go. Okay. Ed Keaton jumping in here as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. Ed, hope everything is going okay with you and your side of your family and everything as well. Keep us up to date as always. Let's see here. Going down. My thing just jumped up like crazy. Hang on one second here. Beautiful Hogman, you're looking youthful today, my friend. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I guess I'm blessed with those types of genes, although I do have a little bit of the crow's feet that are kind of beginning to come in a little bit more pronounced, so to speak. So I'm doing okay, right? Sailing the seas of cheese. Hello and best wishes from Germany. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great to see everybody here. Andrew Jones, it's good. Joshua Mata again, not joking. I've never had Popeyes. Really? Really, really, really? Min Lee, when is your anniversary of Peep This Out on YouTube? August 15th, guys, if you can believe that. About 2.5+ weeks or so, give or take. That's going to be the thing. And I have to figure out what we're going to do for that, naturally, because that's going to be my 9th official year once that kicks in, which is crazy. 9 years. I guess they say that's when the things begin to even move faster for you, right? 9th or 10th year, in that range. It's all about consistency. If you don't have consistency, I mean, you know, dreams without a plan are just that. They're dreams. There's nothing solidified. So you got to have consistency with it too there. And I've been consistent every single week for that amount of time, which is nuts. Just looking back on it now, that's nuts. Crazy. But I love it. I love what I do here, and I love doing it for you guys, which is a lot of fun. Let's see. Silo, have you ever heard of a Mexican restaurant called Tacos El Gordo? I think Annette was talking about that last week, actually. Is that the one that's actually in San Diego? Silo, let me know if that is. I have a feeling that might be, because that sounds familiar for some reason. Dom's World, 2 more months until Halloween. That's right. We're just under 100 days till Halloween, believe it or not. From what I was reading, actually. And of course, all the Michael Myers jokes with him in a swimsuit, you know, waiting on Halloween to begin as summer is beginning to go out. And as you guys are probably noticing in your social media, I'm seeing a lot more social media blasts from Spirit Halloween, and different types of Halloween things are kind of creeping in there as well. Like I told you, like towards the end of July is the beginning of Halloween season. So I got to think about when I'm going to actually change my bulbs behind me again to go into that, you know, the darkness there, the orange and purple. We have to figure out when we're going to do this. So I'll figure it out. But that's my time. This is when I really, really love this time of the year. I'm super excited for it for sure. Appreciate Annette Cervantes, the prayer hugs and everything too. Shout out to Papa Peeps. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And all the well wishes from all of you guys there. Ed Keaton, Lord, and Drew saying I did a box opening 101 with those Twink coins. Yes, I got to check that out. I saw the thumbnail for that. Drew, it's been a very crazy week with content and just stuff coming up that you're going to see. But I got to take a look and see that you ordered those. That's really, really cool. So good times with that. You know what? Let's just get into that really fast, because I guess it's a nice segue into what has been out this last week or so. So we'll just go back, starting off with the Krispy Kreme ice cream truck donuts, because that was about 10 days ago, and that was just right before the stream that we had. Reviewing naturally the Neapolitan Oreos, which was a lot of fun. If you guys haven't checked that, I always post the stream live or live stream replays playlist on the channel. You can check that out. And then going right into the Scorchin' Hot Ones, the classic hot sauce from Circle K, which I'm still on the hunt for the Rojo version from Walmart there. My Walmart, like I said, is really hit or miss when it comes to the snack stuff. So it really is, if I have to order it, I may just have to do that. I don't know. I know I've got a lot of people that are out there trying to help me with that right now. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And hopefully we'll have that video made. I'd love to add it to the collection, of course, in there as well. But as Drew was mentioning, the Twink Coin limited edition, should you invest in the new version of cryptocurrency coming from Hostess, which actually is a cryptocurrency that you can buy. There's links that you can check off of Hostess to go to a site where you can actually do these things. And naturally, they have a coin-shaped version of the classic Twinkie, which was a lot of fun to check out. I knew exactly what that was going to taste like, naturally, but honestly, it's really a direct sequel to my original Twinkie review, one of my first, if not the first review I think I did on my channel way back in the day, which I did as a reaction video. I think we did that as for the last anniversary stream when we celebrated 8 years, I believe, last year. So there's been a lot of history with Twinkies, naturally, and it's one of the all-time favorite classic Hostess snacks. But coming out in the form of a coin, I thought was just marketing gold for what it was. And the fact that you can order it directly, I think it may be sold out now, but they do have it available in certain outlets around the, you know, if you go on eBay and places like that, it's a lot of fun. So a lot of fun putting that together with some falling coins on the screen. But guys, after that, Marshmello's limited edition Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. I had a lot of fun checking that out. I'm a fan of Marshmello's music. I love EDM. I love dance music. I love, you know, hip hop, rap. I love all that stuff, but the combination of electric is really awesome. Marshmello is definitely awesome. I'm more of a Deadmau5 kind of guy. I think I said at the end of that video, I'd love to see a Deadmau5 variation of Coke. That would be cool for Coke Creations. But I had a lot of fun with the Fortnite version of Marshmello dancing his way through that video. So if you haven't seen that one just yet, take a look at it. It was a blast. And then that was followed up immediately by the flaming hot Sweet Carolina Reaper from Cheetos. And guys, that was a finally, I finally found it. I finally was able to give it a shot, and it was as hot as I thought it was going to be. Easily, just spoiler alert, the hottest Cheetos version I think I have ever had. It was really, really funny how much that burned after that. It really was pretty awesome. And keep in mind, if you look at the ingredients, which I never do until I finish a review, at the very back of it, when you're looking at that listing, it's actually Carolina Reaper pepper. So it's a variation of Carolina Reaper. You can't have the real deal, obviously, because that would just be too much, I think, for the mainstream masses. Naturally, it's a mainstream product. It's Cheetos. But for what it is, it's easily the hottest on the market by far when it comes to snacks coming from a name brand. It really, really was. And then the beginning of what you're going to see for the Pizza Hut oven-baked pastas. Again, that was getting a little bit ahead of Pizza Hut themselves actually getting in touch with me, but you'll see those videos as they're rolling out already. Yesterday was the first one with the Italian meats. I figured I'd start off with the one I think most people would want to see, because naturally, you know, you want to start off with the meats, I suppose. So it was pretty fun to do. You'll see the others as time goes by. Another one will be coming this weekend, naturally. But a lot of fun going into that, and a totally new revamp of their recipes in like 20-something years, I think it was. I think I was reading it was like 23 years or something along those lines. I mean, it's been the same Tuscany type of situation they've had for a long time. So switching over to penne pasta, they're more in line, I think, with Domino's in terms of that. But naturally, Domino's has the bread bowls, which are pretty awesome. So good times with the pastas from Pizza Hut. You'll have a lot of drool-worthy footage to look at when those are finished there. Really, really good stuff. And then today, this was a pivot video. Something I came across, one of my contacts, Yoshinoya, new gyoza, which actually was coming out. It should be rolling out now, and it should be in the app. So for those of you who have Yoshinoya in the area, take a look. It should be there. In terms of the actual online site, when that video was filmed, nothing was on the website just yet. So that actually was really, really tasty. I got to tell you, for fast food pot stickers, or gyoza as they're called, it was really, really fun to check those out. They're kind of a simple little quickie type of snack thing. With a dipping sauce. It was a gyoza dipping sauce, I believe it was. Kind of like a combination of soy and teriyaki, which was really, really good. So good times across the board. Tomorrow you'll have another fun video. We kind of alluded to what that may be already for tomorrow. And then the replay is going to be available on my dad's anniversary, because I figured that would be the day to kind of give it a pause and give you just kind of what you're watching right now. And naturally, we'll start over fresh on Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday. Simply just the week begins again. In terms of release schedule, we'll have to see how that'll go. But a lot of fun stuff coming your way for sure. But guys, it's chock full of goodness. Chock full of goodness coming your way here. So let me see. You guys have been chatting away. I've been talking off a storm here. Let me see if I can get down just a little bit further. If you guys have asked any questions. Annette, did I get lottery tickets? Yes, I did. Actually, we did that actually on Tuesday. We bought a bunch. And today I got some as well too there. So we'll have to see what happens. Shout outs to everybody. Good luck to everybody going for that $1.1 billion, the second biggest in a whole bunch of years now. I'm thinking, I think it was 1.4 was the highest, which it'll probably be that if nothing happens on tonight. Then we'll have to see what happens, which actually it just happened at 8:23. It's here in Pacific time. We're already past the time for the drawing, so I don't even know if you guys are watching a winner yet. Who knows? Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be crazy? All right, let's see. Let me try and shoot back on over here and see who else do we have on here right now. There's a lot of, I'm going to try. Please forgive me if I've passed something, because I know I've been going off about all the content for this past week here. Chevy's 5-speed. Probably don't need a Twinkie crypto. Hey, it's marketing gold, Chevy. It's marketing gold. You can't tell me it's not marketing gold. It really is. CeeLo, I'm in Vegas and they opened the 4th location, Tacos El Gordo. Okay, while working, we drove past the location and the parking lot was packed all day. Must be good. Okay, if it's in Vegas, yeah, I mean, for sure. I wouldn't mind going to Vegas just so I can give that a try just on location. I haven't been to Vegas in a few years, actually. So it'd be kind of fun to check out here. Maureen Descatato, I've had KFC's macaroni chicken tenders. Really good. Very nice. The mac and cheese bowls. Those actually are very good. Chevy doesn't know what marshmallow is. He's an electronic hit maker, I think I said in that video, and DJ, basically. If you ever see a guy who's on Instagram, actually he's on YouTube as well. I think it's Sickic Music or Sick Music. he kind of has like one of these faces that you see like from that movie Eyes Wide Shut, but it's like all sequined and he wears hoodies. Really, really awesome DJ. Obviously, it's all the samples of all the stuff with little colored buttons, and they're able to kind of blend them all together and do their thing. It's got, you know, similar DJ like that, and he's got his own persona. Deadmau5 has his own thing. Marshmello has his own thing. They must be like incredibly hot on the inside of these things that they wear. Hopefully they have fans or something going, like powered by USB or something. I don't know. But it's good times, definitely good times. All right, so let's see. Before we get into the food review here, I'm trying to go down the line. Chevy 5-Speed, what happened to Whitfield Food Reviews? I couldn't tell you, Chevy. I couldn't tell you. There's a lot of turnover in the food review game. There's a lot of people that I remember seeing in the very beginning that are just no longer really as frequent as they used to be, or every once in a great while. It's different. I mean, it's definitely different years later for these things. So I couldn't say. I couldn't say. Let's see here. Min Lee, gyoza is Japanese for dumpling. Yes, yes, yes. There are Japanese dumplings with pork, garlic, ginger, and green onion. Very, very tasty. Very, very tasty. Min Lee had Popeyes for dinner today. Very nice. Very, very nice. Tony Montana finally got around to trying the chicken quesadilla combo from Taco Bell. Very nice for lunch today. After all this time, and I really liked it myself, to no surprise. Of course, it's Taco Bell. I mean, seriously. They have some pretty interesting stuff coming soon, by the way. Wink, wink. I gotta tell you, very, very cool stuff. Let's see. Lord, smash an hourglass, grab the sand, take his hands and cup him, spit and rhyme, freeze the clock, hands of time and cuff him. Wow, what lyric is that from, Lord? Where is that from? Maureen Descatato loves Popeye's fried chicken. I agree, I do too. Very, very good stuff. Misty Smith, we're going up, up, and up. And yes, James Morrison, perfect segue to help me right now as we're about to jump into something before the review. Yes, I did see the Eternia playset at Comic-Con and I lost my mind. And I watched Pixel Dan's review. I've watched all the content from Comic-Con naturally. All the amazing stuff from it there. So we might as well, let's see, what's this last thing over here? Annette, if you're a lotto winner, you're inviting us to dinner at the fanciest steakhouse. Yes, I think we should all meet up at a Gaucho Grill over in Beverly Hills. We should go to Fogo de Chao. That is an awesome spot. Google that place, and that's definitely a bomb situation for sure. We'll have to see what happens. But shout out and homie hugs to everybody who's trying for that $1.1 billion right now. Apparently it's 1 in 303 million, they said, in terms of the chances of hitting it there. So anyway, speaking of the Eternia set, I never had that because that was actually available towards the end of the Masters of the Universe run in 1987. Not a lot of people I knew ever had that at all. At that time, I was actually out in California. So when I moved away, all of my Masters of the Universe goodies were left behind. That would only be reunited with later on down the road, naturally, once my family had moved back out this way. But the Eternia playset, I never saw up close. I've only seen pictures of it. It's a mythical unicorn. It was very expensive at the time. The biggest thing, basically combined Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain, and its own Eternia thing in the very middle, this big lion. Citadel Fortress with a big rotating monorail around it. It was very crazy, but naturally very, very cool. So with that, I thought we would segue into the next level, the second half of Wave 9. I checked out last week. We took a look at the 2000X version of He-Man from the Masters of the Universe Origins collections, as well as Mantenna. Now we're jumping into the other two, and we're going to start off this one with good old Bonehead himself. This version of it, Skeletor, Evil Lord of Destruction. As you can see, it is the Masters of the Universe logo here, actually the updated version from that line from 2002. This is the original Origins line, the 40th anniversary, as you can see right there, using the older logo. So the Evil Lord of Destruction, but he's got an updated look and design in the Origins format here. So he looks really cool. The face sculpt looks amazing. The front of him, his armors, everything about this character looks really, really stunning, all the way down to the feet. I mean, it looks really, really cool. But I love the hooded look. He's got almost kind of like a Roman type of like, I guess these decapitors type of guys that would walk around in the Roman Empire with these masks on that would have these big sickles. They're really, really scary looking guys. But basically, he's got that type of hood, but the face just looks really, really cool. So it's still the same classic Skeletor. It's just a different interpretation of him. And on the very back, of course, some awesome card art. And as you can see, after 16 years, Skeletor broke down the Mystic Wall and sought revenge on those who imprisoned him. So it's a little bit of an updated storyline at the time. And as you can see, the artwork is just very, very cool in terms of how this works. And then naturally, These are the 4 characters from Wave 9. So we took a look at the top 2. And the bottom 2 are what we're looking at tonight. And as you can see Skeletor there, there's a new character from the Rulers of the Sun, which was never in the Masters of the Universe line back in '84, but he's here now, included with the collection. And he's very cool looking. I gotta tell you, he's one of my favorites. The colors are crazy on him. Kind of reminds me of Ganon from The Legend of Zelda. So we'll see him a little bit later on. But very cool. Another selection to take a look at here. Good old Skeletor, and I love the updated digs for this here. I love the classic design, but I love the updated version. Looks pretty evil. Very, very cool. Nice stuff all across the board there. All right, so let's see. As we are about to jump into this food review here, Drew says it's cool looking. I agree. James Morrison, that's awesome. Dom's World, cool, cool. Yeah, he is very, very slick, I gotta tell you. Very, very cool. Brad Hiller, hope all is well. Can you give a shout out to my friend Andy Goldust? Goldie, oh man, I'm gonna butcher this last name. Is it Viao? Viao? Man, I'm probably killing that. Let's just keep it at Goldie. Andy Goldust Goldie. Shout outs to you. Peep this out. I appreciate you being here right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout outs to you as always. You definitely enjoy the rest of your summer as well. I appreciate the love and support. Thank you so much for being here. And again, I apologize. That last name, I knew I was going to probably kill that. So I don't want to do that to you. But shout outs to you there. Thank you so much. Tony Montana, still haven't seen the new Disney show Mrs. Marvel yet. I still haven't seen it. I'm so into Better Call Saul right now. I got to tell you, I'm so excited. The next episode, second to the last episode, guys, is on Monday, and it's titled Breaking Bad. So for those of you guys who are fans, you know who may be showing up. I have a feeling we're going to see a couple of individuals that they kind of said were going to be showing up at some point here. I just wonder how they're going to do this. But for those of you guys who don't know, in the original Breaking Bad series, there was an episode titled Better Call Saul back then. So naturally, they're doing a role reversal with that. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here. So good times across the board. Very excited about that. Let's see. Going on down. Jeffrey B. Oh, actually, hang on. Let me jump up over here real quick. Let's see here. Misty Smith, everybody stay tuned for Frosty Hour +1 because in the next 2 days, we're going to watch live replay. Only I peep this out. I appreciate that. Yes, beautiful Hogman. Skeletor's feet are looking crazy. A little bit more legit, though. That's how he should look with the little 3 toes with the webbing from what I remember, which was kind of cool there. But very, very slick on that. Trickshot Boys, love watching your YouTube videos every day. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I try to have something out almost every other day, every other couple of days, depending there. But usually towards the end of the month, you'll see a little bit more succession in the row for obvious reasons there, because I'm trying to always finish out the month strong. And I'm trying to just offload things that I have on my laptop that I build. So sometimes there's pivot videos, like, you know, case in point, the Gyoza one, where things come out and you want to make sure those go out there to kind of break up the monotony of some things. So that really is helping out. And there's a couple of other ones that you'll see. But naturally, there's always something in the hopper. But thank you so much for enjoying the content. I really appreciate that. It means a great deal. Jeffrey B, thanks for your reviews. Thank you for watching them. I appreciate you. Thank you, Jeffrey B, for being here as well. Jake, what's up, brother? Doing okay, my friend. I appreciate you coming up, being here as well, being part of the community. Tony Montana, have you ever had or heard of a casual fast Tex-Mex restaurant called Freebird's World Burrito? I have not. At least not here in Southern Cali that I can remember, if anything there. And again, Annette, I appreciate you jumping in with the goodies there on IG and the PayPal goodies. Thank you. CeeLo, WW SummerSlam at UFC tomorrow. Who you got? You know, I haven't watched WWE in a long time, and UFC very rarely, to be honest there. So I couldn't tell you who's actually up in there. But I'm down with checking out to see what the final results are, because they're always fun to watch there. So I wish I can give you more than that, CeeLo. I wish I can give you more than that. Lord Darkside, Ian, the song was from typing Cinderella Man by Eminem. Okay, cool. I don't know why I didn't recognize that real quick there, but doing everything on the fly. I'm doing everything at one time. I'm moderating the chat along with my people who are doing it as well as making sure everything is running. It's a bit of a work situation. I have a lot of fun doing it, though. I really do. Misty Smith's going to be cooking some homemade polar pizza cookie. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Larry Nguyen. Let's see what we got here. What was your last comment? I'm going to try and go back just a little bit and see if I can find it quickly here. There we go. Was at Subway on Wednesday in West Covina. They have a sandwich called the Peep This Out sandwich by you. Yeah, right. You are funny, Lara. You are funny. Now, I hope you took a picture of that, and if you did, you need to tag me on Twitter so I could take a look, or something on IG. I need to find a way to find that right there. That would be awesome. Sonic Jet, what it do? Thanks so much for jumping on. And being that I see that you've got lots of colorful goodies there with your emojis that are jumping in, I think now's the time we should jump into the review. What do you guys think? If you guys are ready for this review, give me a rainbow here in the chat. Being that we've got rainbows that are kicking off right over here with Sonic Jet, with the halo and with the with the hearts. Give me a rainbow here in the chat. Let me know you guys are ready for this review. There we go. Annette Cervantes jumping in with it. Now, there is a reason why I'm asking for that rainbow action. Oh, Misty Smith, we got the flag action going too. There you go. All right. Lord Darkside, Min, there we go. Scott Messerschmidt. Misty Smith is going crazy with the... That's pretty awesome. That takes... That's skill right there, Misty, to put in all those colors at one time. You are hitting those emojis like mad. That's pretty cool. We got James Morrison. We got Critical East Japan. Paul, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on. Banging stuff as always on Critical East Japan. Of course, you already know what it is. You need to be taking a look over at these amazing content creators. If I haven't mentioned it already, Drew's Food Reviews, of course, as well. Critical East Japan, all my peeps definitely need to be jumping on over there. Fun stuff. And of course, you know, naturally with the Twin Coin coming out from Drew, I got to take a look at that too. Let's see here. Michael Domer, we got Marine Descatato, TJ Borg, James Morrison, Scott Messerschmidt. Okay, looks like we're all kind of caught up over here. Okay, guys, there is a reason why we are doing all of those colors, and that actually was perfect timing, Sonic. Very, very perfect timing. I appreciate that. Sonic, before I joined your live stream tonight, I was watching your Yoshinoya Beef Bowl. Okay, fried pork dumplings. Very cool, very cool. Thank you so much for checking that out. Lord, I'm asking for the man in the mirror to change his ways. Very cool. You guys are all communicating in the chat. All right, guys, if you remember the last time I reviewed something from this company, it was something that actually was blended with Snickers. And I couldn't believe what it was, but it turned out to be, from what I remember, very, very delicious. I want to say this was maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I think we did. It was something coming from the Candy Pop Popcorn Company. It was a combination of Snickers and Candy Pop Popcorn. Basically, popcorn and Snickers together in one. So you had the sweet, the salty, the savory. Guys, this is actually something I could not believe when I saw this. I'm like, I have to do this on stream. This is the only time I am ever going to really do this. And being that it is super colorful, perfect timing with the rainbows, guys. Feast your eyes on the next iteration here. Candy Pop Popcorn, sour than sweet. Sour Patch Kids are blended with this, made with Sour Patch Kids bits. So, guys, this is very similar to the cereal that I did a while back, where they basically had the same type of thing with these bits that were mixed in with what this was. And obviously when you mix that with the milk, it was going to be the sweet and savory, a little salty, whatever that is. But popcorn variant, I don't know about this. And when I saw this, and apparently they were buying this like mad. I mean, there was literally like maybe 2 or 3 left on the shelf compared to all the other flavors that were there. I'm like, this has to be something either good or something like, you got to be kidding me. But I couldn't believe this when I saw this. Sour Patch Kids popcorn. Look, I'm all about going to the movies. I'm all about having popcorn. I'm about having Sour Patch Kids. Am I going to have them together? Not maybe one after the other, but not like eating them together with buttered popcorn with some salt. I mean, I can kind of get the appeal of that, I guess, so to speak. I guess when I'm talking about it out loud. But this variation, how good could this be? I mean, obviously this passed some type of internal testing to be warranted as an official product that's been released. And apparently peeps are really digging this here. So I don't know, just to read this from the very back for you, just so you guys can kind of see here. I'm just going to read it because it's quicker, because I know you want to get right to this and I know I want to check this out. At last, America, 2 tasty treats joined together in amazing deliciousness. Light fluffy popcorn, a red berry drizzle, I didn't read that, a red berry drizzle, Sour Patch Kids bits, and a sour sugar sprinkle. Perfect match. We know you'll love it. It tastes good to snack again. And then connect with us on all their social media platforms right over there. We'll just kind of show you. Hopefully that'll kind of clear up. Hopefully you guys can see what it is. But yeah, apparently I just thought it was just the bits that were on these things. But apparently this has got a red berry drizzle. And the red berry is trademarked. So this must be something unique to them, naturally. Sour Patch Kids bits and a sour sugar sprinkle. Have any of you guys ever had these? I mean, that just looks crazy. I mean, the packaging looks pretty cool. I mean, of course, it's got that trademark, you know, Sour Patch Kid right over there. Of course, that little weird looking alien dude. They always look like little aliens to me. But interesting, guys, interesting. Let's just see what's going on with this here. Let's see. Annette, you know how those Sour Patch Chips Ahoy went? Yes, I do. I remember. It was a no bueno situation. So I've got some hope for this one, at least. I've got some hope. We'll have to see. So let me see. You guys, looks like you guys are interested to check to see what this is. Oh, wow. Sour Patch Candy Pop. The brand is pretty cool. I remember I love the Snickers version. This was really good. So Sour Patch Kids, let's see. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to smell it. I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to let you guys get the first one. Wow. Guys, I'm not looking at it. It smells very sweet. It smells like cherry. And then there's a popcorn aroma with it. I am not kidding. It is very aromatic. Wow. All right, you guys are going to look at it. I am not looking. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look. Okay, now I'm looking down and there we go. Okay, you can see this has got some colors. Wow. Okay, yeah, this has got some colors in there, guys. Wow. My only gripe, and as I always say, look how much air is in this. This was like about $3, and it seems like I have half of a bag here. This is seriously boo-boo. It's going to have to be really amazing for this to really be worth it. Wow. Wow. Guys, these look cool, actually. Let's see if I can try and bring that out. That red drizzle is obviously helping it to hold the bits. I'm going to try and focus this as much as I can. So that way it's trying to focus on my face, and the lighting, I know it's contrasty. But you can even see the color through the contrastiness, guys. That is pretty crazy. Wow, that is really crazy. Let's give this a shot and go in on some of this here. Is this going to change my mind about this combination? From what I remember, I really wasn't a super fan of the cereal either, believe it or not. But Sour Patch Kids Candy Pop Popcorn. Let's peep this out. Here we go. Oh. Wow. Oh. That is crazy sweet and crazy sour. Oh, wow, that's strong. It makes you seriously pucker instantly. Let me try and show this again. Wow. That's some of the strongest Sour Patch Kids flavoring I think I've ever had outside of a regular Sour Patch Kid. These are very flavorful. Mmm. Oh my God. My mind, I'm so confused right now. The popcorn, the kernel, it's like I'm having, imagine like caramel corn or something like that, where it's coated with like a sugary type of like glaze. Ultra sweet, right into sour, saltiness, and then the popcorn. That's awesome. This is awesome. I'm shocked. Mmm. Wow, those Sour Patch Kids, that is a banging situation. It's tart, but a little bit more sour. So it actually is really Sour Patch. I mean, that's what it should be. I mean, it's sweet, so I guess it's tart up front. Ooh. Oh. Wow. Hang on. That is really sour. Some of these are actually very strong. I am really impressed with this. I am impressed. Bam. It's a little bit more sweet for me than sour first. But guys, non-GMO, low sodium, 150 calories per serving. But wow, this is crazy. The flavor is like a smack in the face. I mean, it's strong. This is what you want it to be. I mean, it's like having the candy. It really is. That is insane. I'm getting more of the cherry. The flavors are there, but there's a glaze that's putting all of that on there. So think of it like caramel corn without the nuts. But some of these are crazy colorful. I'm trying to get some of them so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. Let me see if I can try and shake up the bag just a bit. So maybe you guys can kind of see down there. You can kind of see it pretty well that there's a lot of red bits. It's got blue, it's got green. I mean, there's a lot of them. I am so impressed with this. And a little goes a long way. You don't have to get crazy with this at all. Wow. Oh my God. That is crazy. Let me grab one more. I am shocked. But then again, I guess I shouldn't be, because this brand, Candy Pop, the Snickers was crazy good. So I am super impressed with this quality on this here. So as you guys can see, it is really nice. I mean, it's got the look, it's got the flavor, the saltiness. I'm shocked how much I like this. This is really good. 10 out of 10, guys. I can't believe this. This is really, really tasty. And it says perfect match. We know you're going to love it. Man, that's some pretty bold words right over there, guys. And again, take a look at the picture here. That's a pretty accurate representation of how they look. The bits are pretty spread out nicely here. And I have to say the quality is just very, very well done. Very well done on the quality of this. Wow. 10 out of 10 by far. This is selling exactly what it is. The Sour Patch is absolutely there. It's evident. The saltiness of the popcorn, they're air pop kernels. They're nicely shaped. Pretty decent. I just wish there was more in the bag for the price, but the quality on this is insane. Probably one of the best, if not the best, hybrid version of like a candy type of situation and popcorn together. I can't think of anything better than this, with the exception of the Snickers variant, I believe, as well. So this brand is seriously on it, guys. I mean, you look at Walmart. You know, I don't think Target carries this. I got this one at Walmart, actually. But Candy Pop Popcorn, this brand is golden so far. I mean, they really have some high quality goodness. I am so blown away by this right now. That is pretty awesome. It really is. I'm so glad to have given this one a shot. I was on the fence with it, but I can see why so much of it was off the shelf when I went to get it. They had all the other flavors that were there. So naturally, when I saw this one, there was only 2 bags left, and they had like a couple of rows. I'm like, whoa, what is up with this? And lo and behold, I see why. It is really tasty. Sour Patch Kids variant of Candy Pop Popcorn. Search this one out, guys. Hashtag unsponsored. I always keep it real with you. This is legit. This is legit. It really is. Wow. Very, very well done on that. And like I said, a little goes a long way. So crazy. Larry Nguyen, you saw them at CVS. Yeah, I would definitely rock these if they have it. They are really crazy. Lesser. Yeah, this Candy Pop brand, the Snickers, I remember, was a banging situation. I love Snickers, so I had so much fun going in on that one. It was really good. Let's see. Mr. Jimmy, mi familia. What it do, what it do? Thanks so much for jumping on over. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mr. Jimmy, as you guys know, is my cuz. He is definitely the one of my familia. Missy Smith, this video is sponsored by Sour Patch Kids. Does everybody love Sour Patch Kids? You are too much. You are too much. Oh, should add a full-size Sour Patch Kids to that situation. Drew, you know what? I think going to town with a bag or package of Sour Patch Kids with them would be pretty awesome as well. But naturally, I think next time I go to the show, because I'm actually going to be going to watch Nope tomorrow. I haven't been to the movies in a minute, so naturally I do want to go back after watching Top Gun and Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World. So I think when I go watch Nope, I'm going to want to have a little bit of popcorn action to go with this. So we'll have to see. But yes, Tevane, Mr. Terry or Mrs. Terry, Tevane Terry, Sour Patch Popcorn. I couldn't believe it either. Seriously. Seriously. It is no joke. It is no joke. All right, hang on one second here, guys. Uno momento. All right, I'm coming back on over. Hang on one second here, and we'll jump into the last bit to take a look at. All right, hang on. I am all over the place here. Uno momento. My chat just went crazy. Hang on one second. I'm going to restore my chat. There we go. All right. All right, we are back in it here real quick. So let me do this. All right, so all right, I'm gonna bring this on over here. Hang on one second, guys. Uno momento. I am resizing. Okay, there we go. Much better. Okay. All right. Last 10 minutes of the hour. Let's jump on over and take a look at one last thing as we mentioned it before. Lesser is seeing an open IMAX tomorrow, $19 a ticket. Oh, welcome to the new world. I'm telling you, it is craziness. It is craziness. All right. So, guys, last thing over here, obviously, for Masters of the Universe for tonight, we have Pighead, the wicked enemy of Sunman. And the first time I saw this character, guys, I got to tell you, this reminded me of Ganon from The Legend of Zelda. I'll never forget that back in '86. This character looks just like him, the head of him for sure. And he's got a very interesting look to him here. So I got to say, very, very cool with this overall design. So he's colorful, green skin. It looks like he fits in very nicely in the Masters of the Universe aesthetic, so to speak. One of the rulers of the sun. He's got those little tusks that are hanging out of his face right over there, which are cool. It comes with a mace in the very back and a shield. And he's a pretty evil dude, apparently, here. And on the very back, as you can see, once punished for his wicked ways, Pighead now attempts, so what does it say there? Now wants to capture the power, wants to capture the sun's power to rule the universe. So once imprisoned for his wicked ways, now he wants to harness the power of the sun to rule the universe there. But very, very cool artwork, as you can see. Very, very slick in terms of how this works. So yes, Pighead Mr. Jimmy, he is a very cool character. Very, very difficult to get this one. This one actually I had on pre-order, but it was going in and out of sale on Target. And they had the lowest price for this. And I was trying and trying and trying. And then finally at 5 in the morning, I happened to be up, believe it or not, after a marathon editing session to try and get a few things done ahead of time because I had some things coming up. I decided to try it one more time, and he was actually available quickly, and I would manage to snag him at that hour. So it was a really cool, productive night in general. And I finally was able to secure the last portion of what I needed for this. And being that I had a few gift cards loaded for some previous things, this really didn't cost anything, which was really cool. So I was very happy about that. So it's all about making the system work for you. And I'm so glad to finally add this one to the list. But he is a very cool character, Mr. Pighead, the wicked enemy of Sunman. Very, very cool indeed. Very cool indeed. And that's what I meant last week when I said there was a little bit of an ordeal trying to find that. So I got to tell you, it was really one of those things. So good times, good times, good times. Oh, guys, I can't believe how quickly these hours fly by. It is a very, very long hour, it feels like. But the next thing you know, it's just the hour it's quickly done. I don't know. So craziness is really, really craziness. So good times across the board. I appreciate all of you guys jumping on here right now. We still got a few minutes left over here. Let me jump on over to see what we've got here. And that's where we'll take care of people who are doing things in the chat that they shouldn't be. Have no fear. That will be taken care of. Let's see. Christian Hansen, I believe I remember that guy. He existed in Star Wars as well as when Jabba the Hutt thinks. Let's see. What are you guys talking about over here? Sonic Jet. I love movie theater hot dogs. They are big and beefy. You know what? I'm down with the chicken tenders at movie theaters, believe it or not. I enjoy definitely getting into the chicken tenders, and AMC, which is where I go over here in Southern Cali mostly. Really, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Let's see. Mr. Jimmy, I bit the bullet and picked up Blaster Target. Cool. Very cool. Send me some pics. Send me some pics. I had a feeling you might. I sent you the Voltron pic, and that was something when I saw that, I was like, I know that, the price is crazy on that somewhat there, but it just looks so awesome, Jimmy. You should consider that, if anything there. But send me some pics. I'm curious. Very, very cool. Your secret is safe with me and all the 50+ people that are watching here right now. I appreciate that. Let's see here. We have to get some Donut Man soon too, as well too. We're going to be doing a little dog sitting on Sunday, so we may need to get some treats since we're going to be with the pup, with the air conditioning most of the day, watching movies, I have a feeling. Let's see here. Lesser, my favorite M&Ms are Tapatio. Are you serious? They make Tapatio M&Ms. How do I not know that? And that says we can keep a secret. Chris C, good night. Glad to catch the live stream. I appreciate you jumping on, Chris C. Thank you so much for being here and immortalizing yourself in the chat. Very, very cool. Yes, Mr. Jimmy, I know, and yet I can spend that much on a 1/64th of a model car. Absolutely. It's all about the desire for what it is that you're going for. Like me with the Mondo Masters of the Universe statuettes and things like that as well. Trust me, I understand that. And the comic show, Comic-Con exclusives and things like that too. I'm the same way. It's a matter of just trying to, like, you know, shuffle things around to make it work, so to speak. Definitely shuffling it around to make it work. All right, guys, let me take a quick moment to wish each and every one of you guys a very, very happy end of the month. Guys, we're leading into the official beginning, I say, of fall, even though it's kind of like it's only going to be August. It's technically the tail end of summer. This is really the beginning of the end of summer, so to speak. And I used to hate this time of the year when I was a kid because it meant school was right around the corner. And I never forget, I always would dread getting the back to school ads coming in with the big Sunday papers that had all the ads. We would have one large paper wrapped up with one little like string or like this little piece of plastic like banding around the middle, and it would be super stacked with ads. I'll never forget it. And it would always back to school, back to school. Naturally, I would always try and find the toy ads and the video game ads and all that stuff for that stuff too. But it really is the beginning of the of Halloween season as far as I'm concerned. So we may actually have to put the bulbs up a little bit early in August, and maybe I'll probably put it around my anniversary date. I think August 15th would be a good time to do that, and that would give me enough time to kind of keep it like 2.5 months of celebrating the lighting and Halloween in general. I think would be a fun thing to do. So if you guys are down with August 15th or the week of August 15th, doing the Halloween lights back up behind me over here, give me a pumpkin here in the chat. Let me know it's something that you'd like to do, and that would be awesome. Michael Domer is going to be 42 on the 9th. Very nice. Congratulations on that, of course. We'll celebrate around that time too, for sure, Mike, but definitely shout outs to you there, and health and happiness always. It's really, really something to turn another year older. So it looks like we've got some pumpkins coming in here right now. I think August 15th is a good time to do it, personally, because like I said, it's an easy date for me to remember because I know the anniversary is of my channel, and it really is the time I think that we should light it up. So that's what we shall do. It looks like a lot of you guys are beginning to agree as well. So I appreciate that. Very, very cool. Let's see. Tony Montana, have I ever and will I ever review Dairy Queen? If I can get to one that actually is not in a little mall location where I think it'll be just because I like the aesthetic of looking at a building on the outside, I would like to do that. But it's not exactly super easy for me to get to for the ones that do have them. So that's part of the reason that you don't see that there. Christian Hansen, they need to bring back cartoons on the regular TV Saturday mornings. I agree. Laura, are you going to share that popcorn with your wife? Absolutely. I will definitely be sharing that, sharing this with her for sure. She needs to try it. Absolutely there. Tony Montana, that's the other thing though. What happened to Quiznos or whatever? I did so many of them. They closed whatsoever. Yes, a lot of them closed around me as well too there. I think I have a lobster review from Quiznos and maybe one other thing. I think that may be the only one, I have a feeling, but do a search for Quiznos and peep this out and you'll probably see the review that comes up. I remember it was a lobster roll. I think it was actually pretty good. But it's just the expense of it and just the overall, you know, quality is a little bit higher and the cost is higher. So naturally, you know, everyone's going for the lower stuff, and with inflation being crazy right now, Quiznos is more of kind of like a, I want to say, I guess, the luxury of Subway sandwich type of stuff, so to speak, considering how they make them. Everything is open face and cooked the way that it is. But good stuff though, definitely good stuff. I would say it's probably up there in terms of like Jersey Mike's or, you know, any of those naturally, because it's different, but they have some upper scale type of sandwiches, which are pretty good. Let's see, Misty Smith, Mama's Little Pajamas and your pajama mustache falling out of the windshield's frolic and the class trying to mock the way and then talk for fun. All the vein. I'm telling you, Misty, you are always on one. I got to tell you. Lesser, put a pumpkin up so fast. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Randy Molina, take care. You have a good night as well. To all of you peeps as well. Let's wind it down here because I definitely want to get to having some form of dinner tonight. I don't know what it's going to be, but I need to have something right now. So with that said, this is Ian K officially closing out the live stream. Guys, if you can believe it, for July 29th, 2022. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why you stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, everyone. I appreciate y'all being here tonight. I'm going to be here in the chat for a little bit until it times out as usual. And then we'll definitely catch up on the next stream here as well. It is great to see everybody. We've had a whole multitude of people in the chat here tonight. Thank you so much for being here, for being part of the community, and for doing what you do. It means a great deal. And again, Annette Cervantes, again, I appreciate all the information following an IG. Should you guys wish to contribute to the channel, all that good stuff as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, guys, let's get one more set of prayer hands up for Annette Cervantes for her procedure for this coming Monday for her surgery. She's going to be fine. You do what you have to do this coming week for sure. Rest up, just do what you need to do, and just enjoy yourself and get back to normal as quickly as possible. I'm sending out all the positivity that I can muster, all the positivity that I try and put out there for all of you guys to help you distract from what's going on in the world right now. Believe me, I know I need it. We all need a little bit of something. So shout outs to each and every one of you guys. Anyone who may be watching who's not making themselves known in the chat, thank you for being part of the community in some way, shape, or form. I greatly appreciate the love and support for doing what you guys do as well. I couldn't do what I do without having you guys naturally to watch the content. Of course, I love creating, but I love doing it for you guys, and I love seeing you guys enjoy the stuff as it comes out. So, segueing into schedule for tomorrow, you're going to have a brand new review. I think you can guess what it's going to be, but I'm not sure if you know which one it's going to be. This should be a lot of fun to check out. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow on the 30th of July, 2022. And then you'll have this replay available to you on the anniversary of my dad, ironically, for his 11th year since he's been gone. You'll find this stream coming up on Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as well. And actually, it was 12:44 that day, actually, that he actually left, transformed and did his thing. So 44 minutes later. So it's kind of a crazy, crazy weekend, and my head is all over the place. But anyway, you guys have that content coming this weekend. Thank you so much for being part of the community again for another amazing month of content, of viewership, and of just camaraderie and good times here on the streams. I really love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Hashtag unsponsored. This stuff is banging. Give this a shot. I am so blown away by this right now. And yes, Mom, I can't believe it either. I know you're going to give me grief when I talk to you after the stream, but this was really, really good. So good times across the board. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next stream. And for my boy Jay Nepper, who's not here right now, as always at the very end, we're going to do the mic drop at the very end. But again, have a great weekend. Have a great ending of the month of July for you. And I will see you in the next review coming officially tomorrow. Even though I'm about 4 videos ahead from what you're going to see tomorrow. That's always the fun stuff about creating. It's really kind of the cool thing about that. But I can't wait for you guys to see all the stuff that you're going to see coming, which is always a lot of fun. So enjoy your weekend. I will definitely talk to you soon. Stay safe, stay frosty. And with that, we're jumping on over here real quick. I'm going to be in the chat for a few minutes as always. And like I always say, you already know what it is, guys. Peace.